away with the GB under-20s playing across the road at High Sheffield, actually. They'll be replaced by Paul Jones. Also out of the lineup this evening for the Sheffield Steelers is number 8, Stevie Duncan, for the same reason. Apart from that, I'm reliably informed the Steelers are at full strength. That includes Mike Perron, who, come about 10 to 6, still was slightly unsure as to whether he was going to be playing tonight or not.
Well, again, I think all these incidents, they want to go to reviews, and, you know, referees make decisions on the night, and that's what we pay the referees for. You know, I think Michael Hicks called it last night, possibly made a couple of slight errors, but it was as he's seen it, and as he's been calling things all season, trying to let the game ride. I guess the good news out of all of it, you know, Johnny Cullen come out of it with a head injury. He's got some stitches in the forehead. He's concussed, so hopefully he'll be back in the Cardiff lineup by next weekend. I think injuries, as you just very rightly said, Cardiff coming in here under strength. They've obviously got their captain Ed Patterson out with his shoulder injury. He just had surgery, and he's out for 14 weeks, so we'll be looking to replace him. We got Rob Davison out after last night's match conduct on Perron, and Johnny Cullen, who...
So that's 3 out of the Devils lineup by my reckoning.
There's 3 out, yes.
Davison, Cullen and Patterson.
That's a big hole. You got 3 imports out of it, so we'll see how much grit the rest of this lineup has to stand up, because you know, Sheffield, it's probably the first time you guys have been full strength all year. You guys suffered early on by not having a full squad, and I think Dudion's a huge signing for you guys, and I think he'll make a huge difference up here in Sheffield. I think he's one of the top players in the league.
Do you feel that there's going to be any carryover from last night?
I don't know. I don't think so. Cardiff hasn't got a huge squad this season. We haven't went for size. We went more speed, and I don't think there'll be much carried over. You know, I mean, if there is, it'll be a shame, but we'll just have to wait and see here.
Sacratini didn't realise that he was going to have to skate forward then. He's wearing the C in the absence of Ed Patterson.
I think it's the first time that Sacratini's wore the C for the Devils, so he stepped in for Eddie, and you know, he's a gritty little Italian. He likes to mix it up, but again, he just doesn't have the size to...
Just an introduction of the new signing for the Sheffield Steelers, Dave Cousineau. We await the national anthems here at the House of Steel. Don't forget, you can text us 0776 212 7556. Let us know where you are in the world and where you're listening, and any thoughts that you have on the game. Well, the anthems are over here in the Sheffield Arena. The Steelers against the Devils, back-to-back games, and it should be a fairly entertaining prospect as well. Remember, last night the two sides drew 2-2 with a fair amount of controversy as well throughout the 65 minutes that they played. We're running through the two rosters. For the Devils, wearing one is Jason Cugner, then Jeff Burgoyne, Jason Stone, Phil Manny, Nathan Rempel, Russ Romanuk, Phil Hill, Jonathan Phillips, Dave Matsos, Kirk DeWall, Vezio Sacratini, Neil Francis, Michael Brabham, Warren Tate and Jason Becker. For the Sheffield Steelers, well, they are at full strength, aside of the local duo of Stevie Duncombe and Davy Lawrence. So into the breach steps Paul Jones. As for the rest of the lineup, it's Darrell Andrews, Jared Adams, newly moved up front, Mark Lefebvre, Simon Butterworth, Mike Perron, Mark Dutium, Eric Anderson, Gavin Farron, Dave Cousineau, Les Milley, Ben Bliss, Ron Shudra, Jamie Platt, Dion Darling, Paul Sample and Jeff Christian. What's your gut feeling for tonight, Shannon?
Well, I would think, judging by Cardiff's short bench, if they don't try to go out and get something early on, I think they'll probably sit back and save some legs with Sheffield with full strength. They'll probably be playing a high pick, so they'll be sitting back unless they've got a clear opportunity. Probably try to make their chances on the power play. Where I think Sheffield in their home ice, they'll come out flying, and the Devils will probably they'll be circling the wagons, I think, early on.
Well, the starting lineup for the Steelers is that first #1 unit for Sheffield of Anderson, Dutium and Christian, as well as Ron Shudra and Dion Darling. Can you believe Ron Shudra is still playing at this level?
Well, Shudra's, he's been around a while. When you play defense, you can get away with it. Your pace can go a little bit. Ron's got a great shot, which is always an asset in the power play, and you tend not to lose your shot with his ability to shoot. Obviously, you might make a few more mistakes, but if you put a good D-man beside him to help cover, he plays a role.
Is he much younger than you? He must be a similar kind of age.
No, he's about similar to myself. I might be back next season. We'll see how Ronnie fares up tonight.
I thought you were going to be playing tonight. Right, we're ready to go then. A slightly delayed face-off here, not by much though. The Steelers win the first draw through Mark Dutium, and they will go from right to left, if you like. As now it is Dutium on the puck into the offensive zone. DeWall fronts him and into that right wing corner. Chance out front with a hard pass looking for Anderson. Misses everybody. And that goes all the way through to Jamie Platt. Here's Ron Shudra, round to Dion Darling, still in his own end. Backhand pass. And now quick movement of the puck to find Dutium from Anderson. Here is Dion Darling flicking in high. Jason Becker's back there. And Becker plays it down the right-hand side. Phillips into the zone. Stops and turns under a bit of pressure out there from Darrell Andrews. And now Dutium around the back of his own net. There's a Cardiff player blow a tyre, and now Dutium through neutral ice. He's got plenty of speed, Dutium into the zone. He tries a nice move to go around the outside. That was a good defensive play by Burgoyne. And now Rempel flicks clear towards the neutral ice. Steelers try and bring it back. Here is Mark Dutium. Dutium will dump it in. That's already a 1 and 5 second shift for Mark Dutium. So he goes and changes, and this new second unit for the Steelers comes out. Matsos down the right side for Cardiff. Tries to centre the pass. Perron will be there first for the Steelers. Can't clear the zone though. It's turned back in deep by Matsos. Left wing corner is Rempel. Rempel manages to muscle Millie off the puck, and now here comes Les Millie for the Sheffield Steelers. Now Adams over the blue line. Adams flicks it out in front. Could have been a chance for Millie driving the slot. Didn't quite manage it. As Rempel and Perron clash. And now on the boards, it's kept in by Darling, who fires it out in front. Les Millie tries to muscle the puck free, and now this could be a 3-on-2 break for Sacratini and the Devils. It's intercepted, and Sheffield will bring it back the other way, and immediately with Shudra, who headmans the puck and realises his defensive duties and just will flip it deep into the corner where Russ Romanuk goes to collect the puck. And Shannon, it's been a fairly high-octane start here.
Yeah, it was an interesting starting lineup, actually, when you see it's a big coaches battle tonight with Stewart for the Steelers and with our man. It was an interesting start. He put out the 3 young British kids against your top line, which was something
that could be a chance for Tate. Blows the tire as he tries to turn in, and the Steelers can bring it away through Mark Lefebvre. Sorry, Shannon.
No, I was just saying, it was interesting what Dave Whistle put out there. He put our 3 British kids out against your top line. So obviously they're out there just to defend and maybe try to sneak a goal with the second line, get a mixed matchup with Sacratini out there with Rempel and Mathos. So we'll see how that works out for these guys.
Is it just going to be 2 lines rolled by Dave Whistle tonight? Is that all he can offer?
Well, he's got 2 plus a few, so he'll be mixing a few guys around. So it's going to be a real mixed ship. It's tough to tell what's going to go out. And like I said, they'll be playing pretty defensive. And if they can get 3 strong forwards, and I guess the only forwards they really have out there is the Sacratini, Mathot, Rempel connection.
Shot comes in from the Sheffield Steelers, rebounds to Jeff Christian. Already we've seen Dave Cousineau active. He goes back door now. Chance Cousineau. Good stop, Cugner. I'm not sure how much Cousineau got of that. Steelers cycling the puck. They're looking dangerous here in the offensive zone. Dutium can't keep it in though. Now he's under a lot of pressure as this could be a chance. There should be a penalty called, not given by Nigel Boniface. And the Steelers will bring it back the other way. Here is Jeff Christian. Well, I find that hard to believe. That really should have been a call.
Yeah, I don't think Dave Whistle will be too happy on the bench with that one. It looked like Dutium did pull down. a clear breakaway. That could have been a penalty shot. So a little break for the Steelers there.
I think Dave Whistle may just be picking up his false teeth from the floor. Wasn't happy about that. He started screaming and shouting. Let's hear the Steelers start things off in the offensive zone. Eric Anderson backhand side, flicks it out in front. Here's a chance for Darling, snaps a shot. Rebound comes out from Cugner. The Steelers have to battle for the puck. If they kept it in the zone, they have. But they'll go for a line change. Good shift for the Steelers, widely applauded by the fans. Approaching the 5-minute mark here. Steelers 0, Devils 0. 0776 212 7556 is the text phone number as Phillips goes with a backhand shot. Tate takes the net off. The referee eventually blows his whistle and the net's turned right round. There was a shot in on goal and one kind of looks at each other, gone out.
Yeah, it has been too fiery so far. There's not much in the way of body contact out there tonight. So the incident from last night has seemed to settle out and get out of everyone's system, and they're sticking to their guns. They're playing some pretty clean ice hockey so far.
And the longer it stays at 0-0, the more that Dave Whistle will be content that his side are in the game.
Yeah, I think so. Dave he'll be quite happy to come out of the first 0-0. If they can, like I say, if they can hang back and get a few mistakes in the blue line like Asdudio and got caught there's a good clear chance of the Devils, and that's what they'll be expecting to try to put away. If they can get a few quick breakaways and finish and hopefully pinch a few goals in the Steelers tonight, they'll be pleased with that.
How are Cardiff special teams this year?
Oh, very good. Actually, well, a big hole in the special teams. Obviously, John Cullen, our leading goal scorer, being out. That'll hurt them a bit. So obviously, you're mixing
There's
it up
Perron
a bit.
into the zone. Cognut with a save. Shannon?
No, that's fine. No, Johnny Cullen obviously being out will be a big hole. And Ed Patterson, again, was our go to the front of the net type guy. With Eddie's size, he takes a hammering in front, so it gets a bit of room for guys like Sacratini, Rempel, and Mathos to sneak in around the side. But special team-wise, Cardiff have been very effective. Dave Whistle works endlessly on different face-off formations, and they do pay off. A well-prepared club does go a long way.
Backhand play around the back of the net from Cousineau, picked up by Cardiff. And trying to bring it away is Jonathan Phillips. Phillips is hit hard. Steelers can play aggressively here as Cousineau keeps the puck in, dumps it high off the glass around the back of the net. Can be cleared away by Cardiff now to Tate through centre ice. Tate on his backhand side, dumps in deep. Cousineau's there for Sheffield. And round the boards he goes. Steelers clear out of the zone. That's won back by Cardiff at centre ice. And now Russ Roman at left side. 0776 212 7556 is your text phone number as Adams comes and picks his man off there. But Tate still has the puck in the corner, tries to feed it out front. Cousineau with the interception. And the puck is cleared up as far as the Devils' blue line. That was a good shift for Cardiff. And Sacratini will bring it back now. Right side, dumps it off towards Stone. He's hit hard and the puck's intercepted, and now Dion Darling brings it clear for the Sheffield Steelers. Dumping high off the backboards. Chasing in is Jeff Christian. He wins the puck. It wasn't Jeff Christian, it was Gavin Farrand. It was impressive strength from him, actually, to make sure he won that puck. And now Matsos on his backhand side dumps it into the zone. Back there are the Sheffield Steelers, and they can try and clear this. The puck breaks just free. And at centre ice, Kurt de Wall, who knows just about every inch of this pad. Has he been a good signing for the Cardiff Devils, Kurt de Wall?
Yeah, very good. You know, Kurt's a big kid. He comes down, he can shoot the puck well. He doesn't make very many defensive mistakes, and Cardiff needed the size, and de Wall has come in and played a good role. He's a good lad in the dressing room as well. He's sort of blended in well. They've got a good team morale. Good long pass there.
Has he met any of the local pizza men? Has he got any friends at the old kebab house?
Well, he does like his kebabs, and I know he's still looking for a woman, so if anyone's out there. I think Wally's got his girlfriend coming over next week, so...
And she's a lovely girl too. Listens to a lot of the internet broadcasts.
Does she? Okay, well, there you go.
0776 212 7556 is your text phone number. If you're listening tonight, let us know where you are in the world. Shannon's just gone the same colour as the red line. Face-off draw, won by the Sheffield Steelers. Back on the blue. Here is a shot coming in. That's well taken down by Burgoyne. Catcher style. And then Andrews wins it back for the Steelers. Backhand side into the zone. He's shoved hard into the boards. And Cardiff win it back behind their own net. Try and float it out of the zone. I think Maybe Cousineau could have perhaps kept that in the offensive zone, but instead he retreats to neutral ice and dumps it in. Here's Burgoyne. Up through neutral ice again, and now on the left-hand side. Coming down is Manny. Strong play from him, but the Steelers will bring it away. Dutium, backhand pass into the zone. This could be a chance for Sheffield as they do go deep this time round. Cousineau, round the back of the net. To the blue line, kept in by Dion Darling. Dumped all the way around the boards again as Cousineau goes on a line change. And Eric Anderson's got some space if the puck can find him. On the boards, he's working hard. Jonathan Phillips will come away with the puck. And Cardiff now left side with Manny. Try and take it down the ice. Shudra's there, though, for Sheffield. Two sets of players just clash in front of the bench. And then Darling has to be strong on the near side boards. He's taking his man down. Knocked the helmet off as well. And that will be a penalty as Darling gets a little involved in there. I can't see who it is, the Cardiff player in the corner.
I think it's Russ Romanek down there.
Experienced pro. The penalty's being called on Dion Darling. And at what? 7 minutes and a holding call? 7 minutes and 46 seconds on Dion Darling. What do you see of that, Shannon?
Well, you know, Romanek may have had an angle on him and maybe a step just past him. Darling, it didn't look like much from our angle up here.
We are miles away, though.
And we are miles away. And we're like in Newport having a look at this. But the Devils in the power play, so this will be a good test for the Steelers' defense to see if the special unit of the Devils can notch one up on the board for them. I think it'll change the tempo of this game.
Sacratini, right side, hash marks. Devils fans get into it. Comes back towards Matsos. Chance of the shot goes just wide. Was that blocked? And now the Steelers can try and clear it away from out in front. Good strength in the end from Darrell Andrews to hack and chop and clear the puck away towards neutral ice. Here's Lefebvre on the forecheck for the Steelers. Becker will pick it up for Cardiff. Left side of the net. And now down the ice it goes. From left to right. Matsos to Romanek. Left wing corner, around the boards again. Steelers try and clear away. Missed by Darrell Andrews. Good evening to all on Vancouver Island. He mentioned that they were listening last night in Cardiff, had a good time. Though they struggled to understand you, Shannon. Had no problems with Simsy and myself.
Exactly.
Cardiff down low. This could be a real chance. Backdoor play. Matsos is there. Wasn't able to get the shot off on target. And then it's cleared away all the way down the ice. And Cognut will come out and give the puck to Becker. Becker, who's a fairly smooth skater, as there is too many Devils on the ice. Dave Whistle's not happy. He stands up on the bench. His hands are spread wide. He's pointing right, left and centre. But the too many men call is coming the Devils' way. And after 37 seconds of 4-on-4, Steelers will get 123 of power play.
Well, I think Davey had all the reason to be upset there. You generally have a rule, whereas if a player's 5-10 yards on his way into the box on the line change, the offensive player will jump out and go into the attack. And I think he was probably just a little too far from the bench when he sent him on. Although he didn't get into the play, so tough call, you know. 37 seconds ago, so we'll go 4-on-4, and then 37 seconds. The Steelers go on the power play, and we'll see what they have to offer.
Two pretty cheap ones by my book. I think you could have not called both, or...
Yeah, I think sometimes the referees feel they give a weak one away. They look for something back the other way. Yeah, exactly. They'll take whatever they can get.
Who's going to serve this penalty for the Cardiff Devils? I can't quite see, is he?
It looks like Phil Hill.
Phil Hill on the score sheet last night. He's impressed me this year, Phil Hill. I think he's somebody that's really developing. And he's got one thing that there are so many British players that don't have, and that's size. Yeah,
and he spends a lot of time in the gym. Him and Johnny Phillips are in the gym all summer, so they're in there daily. So he does work hard in his game, and Phil has improved immensely over the last couple of years. So size is important. If he continues to get stronger, maybe a bit quicker now, he could be a great player in a few years.
Steelers into the zone. Here's Jared Adams. Back towards the blue line. Cousineau dumps one in. A little tip out in front from Dutium. Well stopped by Cognut. Steelers win it on the boards. Here is Jeff Christian. Christian back towards the blue line. Steelers go on the power play. Here is Cousineau. Finds Adams. Back to the blue line, Cousineau. Adams again. Now works it on that right side. Dutium looking for the backdoor play. Here is Christian. Real chance out in front. Can they hack it home? There's Darling. What a play by Adams to keep it in. Turnaround slap shot from Cousineau. And can the Devils clear it out? Cousineau's kept it in the zone. He did ever so well there. Now DeWall tries to clear away. Steelers have kept it in and they've got a chance. Andrews with a big shot. Good stop, Cugner. And now Phillips tries to clear and he just gets it about 7 foot tall and over the top of Dion Darling. A couple of great plays. Shannon, your thoughts in a moment as the Steelers keep it in the zone again. Here is Cousineau, goes towards that far side. Little play down low by Anderson. And now Dutium behind the back of the net. Steelers putting the pressure on the power play. 34 seconds of that to go. A 0-0 hockey game. Wide towards that far side. Now back towards the blue line. Andrews can't quite keep it in. Shannon Hope.
Well, some great goaltending there from Jason Cutney. Made a couple of key saves there. You know, the tee up from Christian right out in front of the slot, and he made a super save on that. Clears his rebound. So they'll be expecting a lot out of the Cardiff goaltender tonight. And here's a chance for Rempel.
Rempel, what a play at the other end defensively from Andrews to just get the stick of Nathan Rempel and stop him getting the shot off at the vital moment. He knew he'd missed the body, and he made the smart play as Cardiff killed the penalty as well. That was a good couple of minutes play. Here is Ron Shudra then. Langwood style through neutral ice. He'll get to the red, dump it deep towards the right wing corner. Perron on the forecheck. With him is Jared Adams, who immediately makes contact. And Cardiff clear through Hill into the Steelers zone. Here's Dion Darling. Darling banks it off the glass and down this near side. Strong hit comes in on Tate. Here is Perron. Perron tries to set things going. He's in there with Becker. And now Jared Adams on his backhand side. He's got some space. Adams, can he get it on the forehand? Adams with a shot. Good stop, Cugner. And Jared Adams just found a seam there and he drove the net really well.
Well, he just got in the wrong... Jason Becker got on the wrong side of Adams, and Adams drove the net very well there. Becker, this season for Cardiff, he's been one of the top D guys. He doesn't really show a lot of speed, but he's got great hand skill. He's got a heavy shot. He very rarely gets caught like that. And Adams didn't get as clean a shot as he'd like to have there. You know, Becker was hounding him all the way, but nevertheless, he's got to be careful he stays on the right side of him.
You know who he reminds me of a little? Becker. Just a bit like a Rich Brunella that played in London. A fairly smooth skater. He's somebody that's pretty good on the puck. He's fairly solid defensively. He doesn't really do anything amazingly and never really makes you sit up and take notice, but he's a good player out there. As Romanuk fires one, shoots and scores. Russ Romanuk. And that may have been a screen on Jamie Platt, but Romanuk with a bullet from the blue line has given the Cardiff Devils a lead here at the House of Steel. 7:48 remains in this first session. It's the Steelers 0, the Devils 1. Russ Romanuk.
Well, that's what the Steelers have to watch out for. Cardiff are going to be sitting back in the neutral zone, and they picked up a loose puck on a turnover in the neutral zone. Russ Romanuk did it with a bit of speed, and he's one of those players, when he's explosive going forward, he's got a great shot, and he had a bit of time, stepped over to the blue line and let one go. It was low blocker side. It was a good shot, I would say partially screened, but just a lot of mustard on the puck.
Right over the blocker of Jamie Platt. He won't be happy with that.
No, it's one the goalies, especially a defenseman, expects your goalie to get him from there, and I think that one just caught Platt sleeping. He hasn't had much action, so you tend to sort of fall asleep in these games. That's one thing that Cardiff will be looking to do, just get as many shots in on them as he can early on.
Steelers clear the puck down the ice. They will chip it forward on this right side. Into the zone they come with Ben Bliss. Bliss working it round the back of the net. He's done well there. Lefebvre works hard out in front and he's managed to pick up a penalty here on Kurt DeWall. Those two big friends from last year. Here is Bliss, and Bliss will lose the puck. Penalty called, and DeWall, for the second night running, is going to pick up a cross-checking call for a challenge that he made on Mark Lefebvre, his old kebab buddy.
His old kebab buddy. Wow, that was one of those calls. It was off the play, and again, I don't think it was a great call from Boniface. There's nothing really in it. Just every now and then you get a bit over anxious and you give them the extra couple of ounces.
The extra two-hander that wasn't required.
So Wally won't be happy with himself for taking that, because there's really nothing on it. If you're taking a good penalty, there's one thing, but to take a bad one after just scoring a goal, you know, doesn't keep the coach happy. And obviously Sacratini's not happy with it. He's arguing his point down there with Nigel Boniface, saying, hey, listen, you know, we come out here, we just want to keep this game even-handed and play it out. But it's never like that.
Never like that. Even if the two coaches agreed that before the start, players won't ever stick to those rules. Round of balls by Christian. Here is Eric Anderson. Couldn't control the puck. Cleared away by Becker. And he's managed to clear the zone as well. Shudra will go back. And Shudra banks it off the boards to find Dion Darling. Backhand pass up through neutral ice. Steelers with some speed into the zone here. Pass from Christian deflects out and Darling has to retreat. It's an interesting penalty kill that Dave Whistle employs here. One guy goes really hard and the other three sit pretty deep.
Yeah, so what you're trying to do is angle them out into a pressure area and make a play at the blue line, as they did there. They caught Sheffield offside. Once you step up on any of the offside lines, you actually catch them where they either have to dump it in. That way your goalie can go out and play it and clear the zone. But it makes them. You actually stack your own blue line, so they have to come through three guys to get in. You don't give them an easy break. If you have two guys out, it opens them up and gives them loads of space out wide to come in wide and set up in the offensive zone.
1:19 on the power play then for the Steelers as it's dumped around. Played by Cugnut for the Devils. Manages to find Russ Romanuk. That was a really good play by him, but then Romanuk was in a bit of trouble. Here is Mike Perron. Strong check by Perron on Tate. Now Perron has the puck at his feet. In the left wing corner for the Steelers. What can he set up? Floats it round the boards towards Andrews. Andrews on the blue line, left point. Left wing corner now to Perron. Perron's backhand pass. And Adams didn't read the cycle. It's played all the way around the board. Steelers can win this back with Les Milley. Here is Adams. Adams and Milley trying to work the right-hand side as now Jared Adams just turns around. Takes it out on Russ Romanuk there. And Adams is going to get a high sticking call. And so, after a minute and 18 seconds of Steelers power play, we're back to 4-on-4.
Well, it's a funny one there. Russ went to clear the puck around the net. He didn't get much on it, but at least he showed the effort to get back in the play and draw a penalty on Adams there, which, again, another weak call there. But I think Russ made the most of it. So we're flip-flopping back and forth here. We got 42 seconds left in the Sheffield penalty. Now Cardiff will go on the power play. And
coaches hate this, don't they?
Oh, it's back and forth.
When it's 5-on-4, 4-on-5, 5-on-4, 4-on-5, nobody likes it.
Well, you actually like it when you're down in a game, but when you're up, you tend, if you're on the power play side, you don't mind them. But the cheap calls they don't like to see.
Lefebvre goes down to the ice. Here is Jason Stone. I think I'm going to stand up. Don't have a good view sitting down up here in the gantry in Sheffield. As Phillips comes into the zone. He's caught himself offside. 0776 212 7556 is the text phone number this evening if you want to get through to us here at the Sheffield Arena. This one comes in from Ian in Bridgend. Ian, Devils played well yesterday. Becker and DeWall were awesome, putting in a ton of minutes. I think the best we can hope for tonight, though, is a point. Ian, thanks for your text.
Thanks, Ian. We're one up at the moment, so we're hoping for more at the moment.
Every chance. Shudra kicks the puck clear on the far boards. Now brings the puck clear into the offensive zone. Still Shudra on his backhand side. Dumps it round. Here's Christian on the forecheck, but played well by Matsos, and the Devils go on the power play. 1 minute and 10 seconds of that remains. 4:54 in the period. Steelers 0, Devils 1. Russ Romanuk with a bullet from the blue line. Gave the Devils a lead, and it's Romanuk on the puck now with Dion Darling. Those two battle together, and that was just a similar play to the penalty a little earlier on. Darling grabbed hold of him and muscled him off the puck.
This time Romanuk stays in his feet, and
here's Becker down low with the puck, deflects off the stick of Dion Darling. And now back to the blue line. Weak play from Darling not to clear the zone. In that far left wing corner, Devils set it up. Matsos on the blue, the forward playing back on defense on the power play. Now Sacratini looking to swing round and perhaps try and set up the one-time shot. Matsos has set himself for this. Matsos will wind up on the one-timer over the top of the net. Could be fed out front again. Here is Matsos, controls with the glove. Sacratini top of the circle, right side. Back to Matsos. Can he keep it in the zone under a lot of pressure from Jeff Christian? And round the boards again with Sacratini. Sacratini has it blocked by Dutian, but then does a terrific job of winning the puck back. Sacratini to the blue. Here's Matsos. Sacratini again. These two playing catch. 4 seconds remains. Bad pass into the skates of Dave Matsos, and now the Steelers go back to full strength again as the puck hits the blue line. Jared Adams is going to come across. He's looking for a line change.
Well, a good power play for Cardiff there. They didn't see Becker floating up high on the far side. I think Mathos and Sacratini could have used him a little better, as he was wide open for an open shot, but they kept keeping up in the high right-hand side. So that's something that Dave Whistle will probably be telling him in the dressing room between this period.
Long dump down the ice by the Sheffield Steelers. Here's Burgoyne for Cardiff. And Cardiff bringing the puck through neutral ice. That was intercepted, Eric Anderson, and now Kirk DeWall on his backhand side to Burgoyne. Off the glass. And how difficult is it for Burgoyne and DeWall? Because they've not played a great deal together this season, have they?
Well, we tend to roll with 5D, so they do find themselves out there a little bit together. But both Burgoyne, I think Cardiff done a great job with their D. Burgoyne's a great player both ways. He works hard defensively, offensively. And then DeWall is very much a steady backdoor defenseman, you know, and Jason Stone, another stay-at-home D. They've settled in well. When you play with Jeff Burgoyne, he's got so much speed, he's all over the place. You just tend to follow and cover wherever he's. Just let these players go. He's like playing with Dougie McEwen, where just let Dougie go and play and do whatever the hell he wants. Just someone pick his spot and cover.
How good was Doug McEwen?
He was great. One of the best skaters. Probably not the most intelligent ice hockey player, but a skill level, outstanding.
And he was somebody that played forward. He played D for a while, didn't he, as well, later on in his career.
But again, started his career figure skating, learned how to skate. So you young guys starting up, the skating is very important. Then obviously his dad worked a lot in his stick handling and that, and he was by far the smoothest skater ever to sort of set shore over here. And you know, Dougie worked hard. He lived and breathed ice hockey in his hometown in Elliott Lake. So if anyone's watching back, or anyone listening back there,
if anyone's watching from back there, they've probably got a better view than us.
Exactly, because we're almost in Elliott Lake.
Right side, DeWall with a shot kicked just wide of the net, I think, by Jamie Platt. Got a small piece of that. And now the Steelers battle on the boards. Their third unit is out there against that line for Cardiff that includes Phillips and Tate. Burgoyne can't keep the puck in on the blue line. Now there's some good work by Mark Lefebvre. Back there is DeWall. Round the back play by DeWall to find Burgoyne. Now right side up towards neutral ice and the red line. Cardiff come, but it's flipped back in deep by Dion Darling. No icing called though. 1 minute and 46 seconds to go in this first period. And it's been the first period that's not really set anything alight passion-wise.
No, I think they're still a little tired legs from last night, maybe. I was expecting a bit more out of this Sheffield squad. I think Cardiff have done well just playing good, solid defense. You know, that's one thing they have got left is all their D guys, apart from Rob, obviously. But defensively, I think they've done a super job. And again, interception, neutral zone shot on net, and almost a goal.
Juggle, juggle, juggle.
Hey, geez, you see, a sleeping goalie sometimes. You won't see much action in net tonight. So when he does, everything's like a warm-up shot, you know?
It was nothing more really than a floaty wrister from Sacratini, and Jamie Platt kind of threw a glove at it, and then it was almost like warm-up because he kind of just looked and had another crack and didn't quite get hold of it again.
It's like that. It's even more so for the goalies sometimes to get into it. Sometimes when you have a hard game the night before, you want a lot of action. It keeps you pumped up and into it. But when you have time to go out there and actually fall asleep, as Platt tends to do probably on occasions up here in Sheffield.
Yeah.
Same with, I think it'll be easier for Cudnett tonight because he'll see a lot of action. So, you know, Cardiff will take every shot they can. Just shoot everything in the net because who knows what'll go in, you know?
He has given the odd soft goal this year, Jamie Platt, but he's also really made some stunning saves. He made a couple last night. As into the zone comes Andrews, big shot, Cugnet save, rebound, pops out again, and Cardiff will try and bring the puck clear. It's bbc.co.uk/South Yorkshire. In association with the Elite League and both the Sheffield Steelers and the Cardiff Devils, live ice hockey on the internet. Please let us know where you are tonight via our text phone here at the House of Steel.
It's funny you say about Jamie Platt being, I mean, you get these goalies who have got so much talent, and then it's a bit like, who was the footballer, the French goaltender, played for Man U.
Fabien Barthez.
There you go, Barthez, great skill. Plays for Man U, has some outstanding, and then he'll have some blunders, you know. And goalies are a bit like that. They live in their own little world.
Another shot comes in, deflected over the top by Burgoyne. Cugnet's heart was in his mouth for a second, I would imagine. As now on the boards, here's Mike Perron. Perron plays it down low. Could be a chance, and a really good chance for Mark Dutium on the doorstep. Steelers with 30 seconds to go in the period. Won't keep the puck, I don't think. as now it's with Becker. Becker off towards his left side. There's a big hit coming. Intercepted, though, by Eric Anderson. Anderson's done a terrific job of keeping the puck in the zone, then gives it away to Sacratini, and with 20 seconds to go, he'll try and release Rempel. Steelers win it back. Here's Cousineau for the Sheffield Steelers. 10 seconds remains in the period. Perron will fire one in on net, takes a deflection. That'll be just about it for this period, as the clock will count down. And a period that will please the Cardiff Devils, and particularly their coach, Dave Whistle, because as the hooter goes, it's the Steelers 0, the Devils 1. Alongside me for the commentary tonight is Shannon Hope.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the shots on goal were that period. I'm no doubt Sheffield had the better of the action. Cardiff pinched a goal through Russ Romanuk. Fair play to Russ. He did let it go. It was a great
scoreboard. Shannon Hope could be the fittest man in this building. He's been flying up and down these stairs like it's going out of fashion. I'll give you a minute to get your breath back, Shannon. I know how it feels.
Training.
So we're back underway then. Devils go right to left. Red jerseys with black shorts and red and black socks. And we're 5-on-5 for the start of this second session. Here is Phillips around the net, goes on the wraparound, gets hit hard by Les Milley. Flicked out in front, cleared by Andrews. Here is Jared Adams. Adams left side, dumps it into the zone. Perron's going to go chasing with DeWall. And Adams comes in, tries to throw himself into DeWall, missed completely. And now Perron will watch as it's dumped deep into the zone again. Here is Ron Shudra to Perron. Perron right side, cuts in field, or in ice if you like, and shoots wide of the target. Good opportunity that for a second as Matsos loses out on the puck. Then clears towards centre ice. Flicked away by Ron Shudra. Dumped in, minute gone. Steelers already made one line change. Keep your text coming, by the way, 0776 212 7556. Dion Darling with the interception. Tries to find Jeff Christian with a hard pass from about 3 inches. Doesn't manage it. And now Ron Shudra will bring the puck out. Right side. Here's Darling. Darling with a pass up towards Eric Anderson. Anderson finds Dutium. Dutium dumping round. Jeff Christian's there. Dutium will win it right side for the Steelers. Now he makes some space as he goes round Burgoyne. Burgoyne gets back well, though. Still Dutium on the puck. Leaves it now for Anderson. Anderson tries to feed it out front. Nearly managed to pick up his man as well. And Cardiff will clear through neutral ice. Matsos on this left side. Matsos cutting in. He's got a real opportunity. Feeds it out front. Well read Darling. And now here's Jeff Christian, left side. Christian tries to play the puck. Fails absolutely miserably. Dumped in by Dion Darling. Steelers gone. A change. 2 minutes gone. Here are the early thoughts of your expert summariser, my co-commentator this evening, former Devil legend, current Devil legend, former Devil player, Shannon Hope.
Well, again, the second period started very much like the first. It's been pretty much a non-contact affair. I would have expected to see Sheffield stepping it up a gear. Cardiff obviously sitting back and doing a great job defensively. So with 3 minutes, coming up to 3 minutes gone in the first period, it's been pretty much an even, quiet game out here.
Romanuk dumps it into the zone. Here is Cousineau for the Steelers, who's a really good skating defenseman and stops at centre ice and will win the puck now and flick it high into the zone. Round the back of the net is Becker, but he leaves it to Romanuk. Contact comes from the Steelers in the offensive zone from Mark Lefebvre. And now round the back of the net is Jason Becker. Becker up towards neutral ice. Here's Phillips circling. Approaching the 3 minute mark. Keep your text coming, 0776 212 7556 as Platt turns it aside. Here's Cousineau under a lot of pressure from Phillips. Those two go down in a heap. The referee doesn't call anything. Nigel Boniface. It's cleared away down the length of the ice. Strong challenge by Lefebvre on Vezio Sacratini, two of the biggest talkers in British ice hockey, and now Cardiff come back the other way. The Devils in through Rempel. Here's Andrews clearing for Sheffield. Now it's Jared Adams. Adams with speed through the neutral zone. Dumps it in deep. He gets a hook back and Romanuk will go in. Adams finishes his hit on Russ Romanuk. And the puck is played out only as far as Darling. Darling cross ice pass looking for somebody back door. Nobody home. So Shudra will keep it in. Now he flicks it down low. Little tip from Perron. Perron needs help out front. He's got men driving the net now. Who's going to help him? Dion Darling's going to help him with this shot that goes wide of the target. He's got a heavy, heavy shot, Dion Darling. And now Cardiff bring it away and will dump it in. and go on a line change.
Well, a couple of good chances there for Sheffield. They're starting to shoot the puck a bit more up high. They've been working a bit harder down low. I've seen a good check finished on Russ Romanuk, which by Adams, that, you know, it just buys you that a couple seconds. Adams gets back into the play in front of the net, with Romanuk still coming out of the corner, and those chances turn into goal-scoring opportunities, and they had a couple there for Sheffield.
Text coming in. Hi, you're doing a great job. Did the Steelers make DVDs? Thanks.
This DVD will be sold for the Steelers, I believe, so this one can be purchased.
Any idea where from?
I think it'll be up here in within the club, so...
and if not, you can get it via the Cardiff Devils office, I'm sure.
You certainly can. Cardiff Devils box office on 02920-397-198.
Here's Cousineau dumping around the boards again from left to right. There's Kirk the wall for the Devils. Falls over as he plays the puck round. And now here's Phillips. Phillips watches as that's played out of the zone. Andrews to Cousineau. Always an outlet for the Steelers. Into the zone they come with Jeff Christian. Christian just holding play up. He's got Darrell Andrews instead, elects to go for Mark Dutium. Steelers first unit out there against the third unit of or the second unit of the Devils, should I say.
The Devils wish they had a third unit right now.
I know, I thought third unit. Then I looked at the bench, I thought the third unit would be Wiss and the backup goalie. It's Cousineau in his own zone. Plenty of text still coming in. Hi, this is Gaz again. Agree with what you said about the incident last night. I thought it was out of order, though, that Perron spat on Cullen when he was down. No need for that in sport. Well, you're right, Gaz. I don't think there is any need for anybody spitting on anybody within sport, but I'm not sure you're entirely correct with the first part of that. I'm not sure that Perron actually did spit on Cullen when he was down on the ice.
I know there's something mentioned last night where a few said they've seen it. It's one of those incidents where we don't really need in our sport.
There's
Great shot by Mathos.
On the wrap-around forehand side. He's got men with him.
Go.
Mathos, what a stop on the line. Cousineau, he threw himself full length. He kicked that away. He stacked him up like he was the goaltender. My word, that was a certain goal.
Great defensive play by Cousineau there. Dave Mathos did everything right. He had 3 or 4 chances. He also had Duval coming in high off the slot to feed to. He tucked it in around the goalie, and Cousineau comes in, makes the skate save. So good defensive play there. Break for the Steelers. That could have been easily a 2-goal lead here. So
Steelers 0, Devils 1. 13:54 on the clock. Come on, Devils. I'm rooting for you, from Sean Phillips.
Thank you, Sean.
Goal Belfast, 23:06. Levers. That's from Andy, the Belfast fan.
So good. Belfast will be tied up
1-1 in
Edinburgh.
We're delighted to have all your Belfast fans on board this evening as the puck goes around the back of the net, and this service could be the one that really helps Belfast fans, perhaps more than anybody else.
Well, obviously they're not listening all over the world, as my mum just called me here 2 minutes ago, obviously not realizing I'm working tonight.
You have words?
From Canada, yes.
Strong words.
I had strong words.
Mrs. Hope, this isn't good enough.
You're bang out of order.
I wondered why you were pointing fingers. 7 minutes gone in the second session. Here is Ron Shudra for the Steelers.
But she is my mum, and she's probably listening right now. So, Mum.
Good evening, Mrs. Hope. I'm glad to have your company tonight. Dumped in by Gavin Farron, then Jared Adams with a little flip shot in on net. Easy for Jason Kugler.
All the way from a snowy Sudbury. They've got some snow there. They had the snowmobiles out the other day, so a little different to our climate. They're out on the lakes, and they're playing. My nephew's got his outdoor arena all set up for the winter now, and he'll have it through till April.
The Sudbury Wolves.
Yeah, home of the Wolves.
I remember when I played as part of the Sheffield setup, there was a couple of kids that had the Sudbury Wolves jerseys. They were one of the most wanted jersey in the whole of the junior setup.
Well, I used to watch when I was young, and they used to have an old rickety wolf that when they scored, the wolf would howl, and this thing would bounce. It would judder its way down across, low onto the ice, and then back up into the rafters. And one year the old wolf fell, and that was the end of that. They've never replaced him.
What's Sudbury like as a place?
Sudbury is one of those places, if you're living in there and you know the people, it's a great place summertime, but it's fairly isolated. You're 4 hours north of Toronto, and there's not much between you and Toronto, and it's one of those things. It's a great city to play and grow up, and it breeds good hockey players, because there's not much else we can do in the winter but go into our backyards and play hockey.
Sounds like Regina.
Well, I think it's a little better than Regina. I don't think there's anything as bad as it was.
Speaks an Eastern boy. Here is Mike Perron in the corner trying to come away with the puck. Doesn't quite manage it. Now the Devils bring it back the other way, down the right side. Dumped all the way around the boards. Steelers will go chasing on that. And now here is Cousineau. Just disappeared from my view. He's right behind the goal judge. And Dave Cousineau will set it up to Perron. Perron to his right side, and Andrews. Andrews flicks it in deep and asks Perron to go chasing. Perron deep in the zone. Right wing corner. Now he spins away with the puck, tries to feed it back out, then lying on his belly, tries to hook it back the other way. Doesn't manage it. Steelers win the puck back though. Into the zone they come with Jeff Christian. Christian with a drop-off play. Down low it goes to Christian again. Can he find a man out in front? Here is Christian on the stuff attempt, short side, goes back towards the blue line, gives it away. And now the Devils skate 3-on-2. Danger for the Steelers. Devils pouring forward right side. This could be a real chance for them. Well read by Dutium, and Dutium clears to Anderson. Anderson on the red line. Now over the blue into the offensive zone. Got a man driving the net if he can find him. Plays it all the way across the zone and right through the slot. And now Anderson will pick it up again. Anderson off the boards. Well read by Becker. Becker hit hard by Mark Dutium. It's the first big hit we've really seen in the period.
Yeah, Cardiff aren't hitting a lot tonight. Obviously being short bench, they're trying to save all their energy. They've had a couple of great scoring opportunities. Here's one from Sheffield, breakaway here.
Christian shoots, Christian scores. 5-hole on Jason Cugner, I think. And he came in on the defensive breakdown by the Devils. And as he got into the high slot, he wound up, and there was no mistake where that puck was going to go. He sent it hard and low on the ice. And with 11:03 remaining in the second session, the Steelers have tied it up through Jeff Christian. Steelers 1, Devils 1.
Well, a turnover just outside the Cardiff zone. Caught the boys sleeping, and a good quick release shot from I would say right in the middle of the slot on Jason Cudnett. Didn't have quite enough time to get set up. Christian let that go pretty quick. Good hard shot on net.
And the problem is with Jeff Christian, he's got such great hands. You don't expect him to come in and just wile one from about 15 feet.
No, and I think, you know, the goalies, when you ever get a one-on-one breakaway, you're always expecting them to come in and deke on you. And Christian just, he camouflaged that shot pretty well, and he got a lot of mustard on it, and it ripped right through Jason Cudnett.
Another strong hit on Jason Stone, this time by Mark Lefebvre. And Steelers have turned things around a bit here. Here is Paul Sample, top of the circle. Sample with a shot. That's a good save. Rebound pops out. Where's the puck? It's somewhere in there. Comes out again. Cousineau fires one. Did that come off the backboards or off a post? It was hard to tell. A big melee out in front. Another chance from the redirect from Lefebvre. And Cugnett's not got a stick. It's thrown out in front again. Who's going to win it? Is it going to be the Steelers? They do with Cousineau. And Cousineau down low now to Sample. Here is Bliss for the Sheffield Steelers. Kicks it round towards Lefebvre, who's getting hooked back, done ever so well. Lefebvre created some space here. He needs some help. Lefebvre throws it across the slot. Backhand chance off the post. Cugnett's flapping around on the ice. And the Steelers have just had a terrific shift with a third line. Cardiff ice the puck. Jason Cugner will be thanking his post, his pads, his stick, his defenseman, and everything, because the puck somehow stayed out.
Cudnett had all the luck there. He made a couple of great saves on his own, lost his stick, and regrouped, and a quick shot there in the slot off the post. Sometimes the post is the goalie's best friend, and in that case it was true. Cardiff having a little bit of trouble clearing their zone. They got to settle down a bit and get back into their box formation. And
it's two emotional shifts from the Sheffield Steelers where they've hit and they've cycled and they've worked hard, and that's the difference when the Steelers are playing like that.
They have to pick it up a gear. With Cardiff being short strength, they have to step it up a gear. Cardiff did a super job so far playing a good box defense, but now if Sheffield does pick it up and start throwing the body around as they're doing a bit more, it'll be an interesting result here, as it's still 1-1 here with 9:27 to go here in the first period. Second period, sorry.
Millie, shot deflected just wide. Cardiff try and clear down their left side. Here's Ron Shudra. Shudra circles in his own zone. He'll set up the play. It's 1-1 here, 9:10 remaining in the second period. bbc.co.uk/South Yorkshire. The Steelers come in hard again with Jared Adams, cleared away up to centre ice. Here's Dave Cousineau. Cousineau to Perron. Perron backhand side flicks it in. Cousineau gets on the end of it. Offside call. 8:55 on the watch. 1-1. Come on, lads. 3 key players down, but you can do it. How many Cardiff fans have turned out? From Claire and Laura. And Shannon, you see that? It's a golden moment in broadcasting.
It is, a triple X.
3 kisses. You can claim them for me.
Thank you, Claire. There's quite a few travel up from Cardiff today. Obviously, this is a big rivalry for them. It's probably these are the top 2 teams over the last 15 or so years. Yeah, definitely. So it's either Cardiff or Sheffield. So these are all these big events.
Smart play by Jason Cohen, just skated over to his bench, had his blade attended to. He realises that the Steelers are just on a bit of a roll here and needed to break it up.
Just got to slow them down, get a bit of time, buy a bit of time for his players just to settle down again. Maybe catch their breath with being out there every second shift. It's nice to have that, instead of that 20 or 30 second break, it's nice to get the minute and a half every now and then.
Yeah, it's not very long, is it? Sort of 20, 30 seconds as an offside is called. An intentional one on the Cardiff Devils, so it goes down the far end of the ice. Good commentary. This comes from Caroline. Scimitars are winning 4-0 after the first. It's the Sheffield Scimitars.
Oh, good.
2-1 to Giants. Nasval at 27-39 from Andy.
Well, the Giants are starting to make the Elite League proud up in Scotland.
Panthers 1, London 1. Cadott for the Panthers, Hargreaves for London. 54 minutes.
I think both Sheffield and Cardiff will be hoping for a result for
London.
Go London way, yes.
I think everybody in the league. What about the Coventry game? They're playing this evening, aren't they? Here is Dutium. Lays it off now to Andrews, who turns the corner well. The defenseman in the zone. Shot comes in, drives the net hard. Left a stick in there on Cognut as well. And this is one area where Cardiff aren't too blessed this evening. They don't have that much toughness in the lineup without having a Patterson and without having a Davidson. So it means the likes of an Andrews can drive the net real hard there and pretty much do what he wants.
Yeah, they boxed out well. All you can do when you're out there in the defensive zone is try to pick a guy and stick with the one man. Try to keep it simple. If someone gets beaten, it does break down. You just got to pretty much rely on your goaltender to step up and make the save. And Cuddy did a great job there. Had all the angles covered. Shot right at him and kept the rebound in. So good job there by Jason Cudnett and the Cardiff goals.
He always seems to play pretty well against Sheffield.
Yeah, he's been very solid this year. He's tended not to have the bad games where he had a season ago. He's been very solid and he's played some outstanding hockey this year.
I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to think about it, but who's the best goaltender that you've played alongside over here as Secretini fires one into the glove of Jamie Platts. 1-0 Coventry. They're playing Bracknell end of the first period. Ask a question, you get it.
That's always a tough one. Goaltenders, you get your goalies like young Stevie Lyle when he first came on with us when he got the 21. He'd have some outstanding games, but then he'd have his off days. And I think from a player's point of view, you'd rather have a steady, solid goalie that maybe isn't as outstanding on his good days, but he doesn't have the bad days. So you tend to trust him a bit more, especially from a defenseman. When anyone's coming down wide at you, if they're going to take a wide shot, the goaltender is going to save those 90% of the time. And when you have a goalie that's hot and cold like Platt tonight, had a couple of cold ones, you expect him to save those. And it's funny, some of the best goalies I've played against, probably not always the ones I would probably like to have in my side.
Interesting. You're still not come up with any names though.
No,
you wiggled and wriggled and wiggled and wriggled.
I would say Frank Caprice is probably one of the better ones. He was always pretty solid in net. Didn't do anything. Very good stand-up goalie. A healthy Frank Caprice was good to play alongside.
I think with Stevie Lyle, when he decided he was going to shut the door.
Oh, Stevie Lyle,
he was almost unbeatable, I think.
I like Stevie. He had great reflexes.
I don't know what was going on as Lefebvre and DeWall have a few words with each other. I'll try and explain that for you because it was a big mess. Here's Lefebvre into the zone, left side. Will fire one in just to the side of the net. Chasing it is Paul Sample. Sample needs someone driving the net to help him. Here's Lefebvre, and Lefebvre gets it stolen off his stick. And what happened there was basically Bliss stole the puck from DeWall, who dropped to his knees without a stick, picked up the puck, and just fired it forward with his hand. It was kept in the zone, at which point Mark Lefebvre just threw himself on top of DeWall. I know they've missed each other, but that seemed a bit much to me.
Well, I think DeWall just tucked in, and as he's seen Lefebvre's skates coming at him, as he's on his knees, he just in hockey, what you can do, you can play the puck on the ice with your hand and glove it forward. You know, it's in your own defensive zone. So that's all Duval was interested in, was getting the puck out over the blue line, and with no stick, the hand will do very well.
Get it away. Face off right side of Jamie Platt's goal. 1-1, 6:55 to go in the second period here. Cardiff win the draw. Strong check from Les Milley as he follows his man in. Shannon Hope has just coughed up a lung. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I think I'm all right.
Here's Adams, who stops and turns. Round the balls to Cousineau, who I'm going to get Shannon's opinion on. He's a new signing to this league, new signing for the Sheffield Steelers. I'll get your thoughts on him in a moment as Cardiff go back into their own zone. Here's Phillips at centre ice, stolen by Milley. Milley into the zone, top of the circle, going to wind up, fires one glove save. Cognut going to have to hang on. Face off in the offensive zone. Steelers 6:24, 1-1.
I was talking to Les Milley before the game earlier. He's been here for a few years, hasn't he? The old laser Les Milley's been here and gone, and
he's sadly not been as part of the Sheffield Steelers organisation enough over any of the last 10 years, because he's somebody that could have been one of the best British players around, because he could score goals and he's always had that knack.
Yeah, he was quick. He's probably lost a little bit of his speed, but still with his experience, he's a good asset to this club. He's still a tough little kid out there as well.
Oh yeah, he's miserable. He's from Kirkcaldy.
That's the problem. They always have a chip on their shoulders, those fellas from Scotland.
One,
yeah, maybe two.
Several. Dumped deep into the zone. Here's Mark Dutium. I think he's a great acquisition for the Sheffield Steelers. Here's Dutium. Down low to Anderson. Anderson tries to pick out his man Jeff Christian. Round the back of the net he goes. Cognut goes down, but Anderson's done well to keep the puck live, even though he's only a small forward for the Sheffield Steelers. He's played a pretty big game there as he picks his man off now as well. So he goes back to the blue line. Here is Dion Darling. Darling fires one in, sticked aside by Cognut. No traffic in front of him there, though. Big hit comes in from Mark Dutium. And Cardiff clear down the ice and flicked all the way down. And you see when the shifts like that are hard and they're grinding, the Devils don't have the energy to create anything going forward. You just have to flick it away and go for a change. As in the zone comes Sample. Sample on the stuff attempt. Back towards the blue. Here is Andrews. Andrews fires one, sticked aside again. Sample looking to recreate the same play, if you like. Hash marks left side. Down low to Ben Bliss. Bliss, oh, he got checked by the referee. Kept in by Cousineau. Cousineau fires one down low, missed by Bliss on the tip attempt. Around the boards again, Becker. Strong check on him from Sample. This is another good shift from the third unit. Shot comes in, deflection just wide. Ben Bliss on the redirect out front, and Cardiff will bring it back the other way. 3-on-2 opportunity. This is a real good chance into the zone. They come. Sacratini with a shot. Good stop, Jamie Platt. Sacratini comes in, gives him a little stick afterwards as well, just for good measure. And with 4:45 remaining, the scores remain tied at 1.
Well, a good opportunity there for Cardiff. They sit back in their own zone. It's been 95% of the pressure's been in the Cardiff zone. If they can get the quick turnarounds, as you've seen there, quick break up, Sacratini a shot on goal. So that's all they can really ask for out of these guys tonight. I mean, it's a great test for a coach. You know, we haven't been short strength all year. He's got a very fast, explosive team. When you start pulling a few guys out of the lineup, things slow down, and you have to box it clever. And Cardiff, if they have time in their own zone, if they can catch it quick, they do have some explosive players that can really sting the Steelers. So they're going to have to be careful they don't crash down too low. The Steelers are pushing hard for that go-ahead goal, and they just have to be careful they don't get caught.
And the problem is when you get the three men sucked in behind the net, when you start cycling the puck like that, you're in trouble. Here's Adams down the left side. Man driving the net for him. Puck wouldn't sit down on his stick, though, but Adams has kept it alive. He's got a 1:15 tea time, as Jared Adams, later on today. Got a little bit of house golf to play tonight.
He's playing house golf, is he?
Yeah, apparently. He tells me he's got a 1:15 tea time. But he asked me if I would be interested in going to play. He's got a little course he's set up in his backyard. He's got the floodlights out and everything.
Gotta like it. I like a bit of golf. That's a great call. I might be around at 1:50. I wasn't planning on staying up, but...
Goal for the Giants, 32-46. Tony Han, that comes from Andy on the text phone, thank you.
Tony back in Edinburgh, so his mum's probably up there cheering for him right now.
I wonder whether she's still kissing the teddy bear. You remember that?
No, she was wild, I'll tell you.
She's a lady I would never like to cross. I think she had a little bit more Paul Han than Tony Han in her.
Yeah, she was always aggressive. But very polite after the game. It's funny because she'd yell everything under the sun at you when you played up there, and then after the game, you had a great game, son. And I could never understand that. That and Concordia, I'll tell you. There's two places that scare me.
I love going up there. I think it's
It was great to play up in those buildings. Going into Fife is to get out of there with points. You want to. It's surprising how the refs come out alive.
I know. And Mark Morrison is still doing a job there. An incredible talent. Left side, here's Eric Anderson for the Steelers, across the blue line. Man driving the net for him, needs some help now. Here's Dutium, couldn't control the pass though. Was behind the play, Romanuk gets mixed up with Jeff Christian, and Christian is going to get a penalty here. Romanuk might get one as well.
It might go either way, it looks like. Romanuk did a great job in the back chap tying Christian up, and they threw a few fists after. Nothing that aggressive, but it looks like you'll send them both in the box. So coincidental penalties here was 3 minutes and 23 seconds ago here in the second period. So 1-1 hockey game.
Not quite the intensity and the buzz of last night's game.
No, there's something about that Cardiff arena. You know, when we're commentating in Cardiff, we can almost reach down and touch the players, where I would say we're a good half a mile away from the ice up here.
We're commentating from Nottingham tonight. 1-1. Keep us informed in Sheffield of what's happening via the text phone. 0776 212 7556. I'm joking. We're up in the gods here at the arena, but we are skating 4-on-4 as there's a long-range effort by Cardiff through Rempel, who had a good night last night. It's been a decent acquisition for the Cardiff Devils. I would say in some respects he's not a typical Devils player, as that's a great outlet from Cousineau. Here is Dutium into the zone. Dutium with a shot into the body of Gugner. Covers everything up.
Good job there from Dutium. He had nothing really on it. Burgoyne played him on the outside. Good shot. He's very dangerous. He's got a great shot. And players like that tend to always, they find a way of scoring, you know. Pettit did a good job, cut the angle down. Everything worked out well for the Devils. Well, 2:51 here in the second period.
1-1. It's bbc.co.uk/South Yorkshire in association with the Devils and the Elite League, as well as the Sheffield Steelers. Big thank you to Uncle Norton for allowing the BBC in the building tonight to cover a game. Always appreciate that as Eric Anderson stops and turns. Anderson on the face-off dot. Leaves it now to Cousineau, who's a great skating defenseman, pinned into the boards on this right-wing side. Rempel bumped off the puck. Now back towards the blue line, and the Steelers will have to go back as Sacratini takes a tumble. And now Daryl Andrews brings the puck clear. Andrews, Steelers had way too many players on the ice then. The referee didn't see it. Cardiff will be a little aggrieved. Dave Whistle also didn't see it because he's standing very calmly at the back of his bench. Here are Cardiff trying to turn the puck over. And now Darling in his own zone. 2 minutes to go in the period. Right side is Lefebvre. Lefebvre into the zone. He's got the option of Sample with him. Here is Lefebvre still. Tries to fire it in on net. And Matsos will get it. And this could be a 3-on-2 break. But Matsos lost it off the end of his stick. And Cardiff retreat behind the back of their own net. Strong check going to come in. What a hit that is by Paul Sample. Absolutely nailed his man. Is that Kurt de Waal down there?
To the de Waal, it's tough to see from up here. It looks
like it was
de Waal, yeah.
Here is Dion Darling. Hard shot well wide and across the face of that goal. That was a terrific hit. He just seemed to catch the wall at a funny angle and managed to get him with the whole of his shoulder right in the head.
I think Wally just got caught a bit there. He's seen it coming and was lined up for it. And I think it was more the high hit from Les, and I think he just caught behind him and twisted him off his skates. Quite interesting. During the first period break, I was over and popped in to see Mr. Norton Lee, and he's been spending a lot of time down in Dubai, and he was telling me how much reading there was on the hockey down there with the National Hockey League, the league over here, the leagues in Germany, and we're discussing about setting a team up in Dubai. I think it'd be a great asset to our Elite League.
Are you willing to GM it? Is that?
Well, my name's Ford. But, I'm a Cardiff man. I better not say anything.
I'll come and broadcast the games.
Yeah, we'll go do the games from down there. That'd be great every second week to head down to Dubai just to do some commentating.
Come back with the diamonds.
Exactly.
The family would love it. Right, here is Andrews. Finds Cousineau. Steelers come forward with Perron. Nice move into the zone. Jared Adams didn't quite read it though. Made the move probably 5 feet too early.
Yeah, just a little cut back. Cardiff again stepping up in the blue line. forcing the Steelers offside with 47 seconds to go here in the second period. It's a 1-all hockey game. I think Dave Whistle will be pleased with where we're standing in this one.
Come on, Devils. We deserve to be top of the tree and nothing less. Get well soon, Johnny Cullen. Davey, you're my hero. We're here in Cardiff. There you go.
Keep them coming in.
0776 212 7556. Like to know where you are, what you're up to, why you're listening to us on a Sunday evening. I know we're better than songs of praise, just about. The wall goes into the corner. What a nasty slash that was from Jeff Christian. He's absolutely filthy. So he went in hard there in the corner. And now Dutium comes away with a puck. 20 seconds to go in the period. This could be the last chance of a rush as Dutium goes all the way wide. He goes east-west. Now into the zone he goes. And DeWall will win the puck back. Another chop from Jeff Christian. And he is a tremendous, tremendous man at using his stick. As the hooter goes for the end of the period. But I don't know if you've watched Jeff Christian very closely, but every little niggle and hook and slash, he's one of those players that seem quite adept in doing absolutely everything with that stick.
Well, you get those ones that are very talented with their sticks, and you know he's a great signing for you guys later on. Him and Duty on, you know, it'll help the Steelers. I know they've been short strength early on.
Making plenty of noise anyway. Right, another text coming in on the subject of tough guys. Mel Engelstadt is the best Elite League tough guy. He can play and fight NHL Washington Capitals for Cairns at the Big O, apparently. I'm assuming that's from a Belfast fan. Who would be your favoured tough guy in this league at the moment?
Well, Cairns is Engelstadt. He is one tough character who will probably fight his way through glass to get to you. And, you know, going back in our day, Mick Williams is probably one of the toughest guys I've seen over here. He'd fight any of them. And Cardiff don't have an outstanding tough guy. Sheffield, obviously they got Darling, but no big, huge boxers like the likes of Cairns and that. But again, it'll be interesting to see what the Giants do and London do if they lose these guys next week. Due to the NHL coming back on, you know.
Here's Cousineau. We're back underway. Steelers attacking the goal just down below us. Cardiff skating away in those red jerseys, white numbers. Quite like the Devils jerseys this year. They're all right.
They're okay. I'm still more traditional. I think we should make a move back next year to a good.
There is Dutium on the
shirt.
Wraparound attempt. Could get another chance in the slot. He's cleaned out by DeWall. Kept in by Cousineau on the blue line. Another shot comes in. Rebound comes out from Coconut. Can Steelers get the finish on here? The puck's still there. Where is it? Becker keeps it in the zone and then clears it away via the boards on this near side.
A couple of good chances there for the Steelers. Becker again standing in there for Cardiff. Keeping his eye on the play. Finds the puck and clears the zone. It's with a minute gone here in the first period. Sheffield with a couple of chances.
Another text coming in. Put a big goon on wheels and waste an import slot. Nice dig at London, Shannon. That's from Ian.
You're welcome, Ian.
Even Dave Sims is listening. He says, how is it?
It's going well, Dave. Just give us the shots on goal and we'll be happy.
Pretty good. What are shots on goal? That's what we want to know. 1-1. We've had, what, a minute and 19 seconds of this third and final period. Steelers go back with Dion Darling to pick the puck up in their own zone. On the left side for the Steelers. Now he goes out. Nice outlet as well to find Eric Anderson with speed. He's got Jason Stone ahead of him. Shot comes in. Deflects. Darling with a shot. Second rebound. What a double save that was. My word. At the other end, here's Rempel. Kick save. Rebound pops out. Shot comes in from Massos. Two big opportunities. Two fantastic saves from two pretty good goalies. Shannon.
Yeah, great end-to-end action there. Cutting it with a couple of huge saves. Covered his rebounds very well. Then back the other way, Jamie Platt made a big save on Nathan Rempel. And Davey Mathos had an open net to go for. The puck bobbled up and it went up and over it.
Steelers look to me like they've just juggled their lines a little bit here. Now moving the puck forward. Here is Phillips. Tate fires one in. It deflects wide. Going to come back. Roman up with a shot. Oh, he's taken his own man out there. I wonder how much that is going to hurt, because that won't have been very pleasant. That I am very sure of. Is that Phil Manny?
Phil Manny took that well, actually.
Could be a chance out in front if the Sheffield Steelers can get the puck there. They're trying now with Ben Bliss, as this third unit's played really well as this game's worn on for the Steelers. Here is Lefebvre, gets it out front, shot comes from Sample just wide of the target. Good defensive play, I think, in the end by Becker to get a deflection on the puck. Cardiff will just waste the puck down the ice. That'll be an icing call. 17:02 remaining. Steelers 1, Devils 1. And you think it's tin hat time if you're a member of that Cardiff Devils defense. And certainly if you're Ron Cugner. Ron? Jason?
Young Phil Manny just got a great shot in the back of the leg from Russ Romanek. Again, the inexperience, he cut across in front of the screen. Romanek let one rip there. Would have been a great opportunity for a scoring chance, and Manny just got in the way, and it fired off his calf, but the guts of him, he stayed out there and finished his shift, and now he limps off to the bench.
Well, there has been a change by Rob Stewart. He's put Dutium and Perron together. Why do you feel he's done that?
Well, sometimes I want to mix it up. You know, Dutio's pretty aggressive. Perron's one of those aggressive players, obviously involved in the incident last night. And
here is Perron again. Always seems to play pretty well against Cardiff as he comes away with the puck. Loses it this time, though. Shudra will keep it in. Backhand side. Perron battles with Burgoyne for the puck. Now down low. This is an opportunity. Bad pass by Dutium, though. Can't pick out a man, but Millie will keep it in the zone. Given away by Les Millie. Round the boards towards that far side. Dutium comes in strong to try and win the puck. Sacratini will get it clear, and now Rempel into the zone. Rempel with a shot, fires high over the top. The Steelers worried for a second there. I know I certainly did. As Perron chips the puck into the zone. Driving in is Jared Adams, pushing his man off the puck. Tate throws it blind up the ice, intercepted by Christian. Steelers in their own end. 4 minutes gone in this third period. Still 1-1. Been some good chances at both ends, though.
Yeah, it's been pretty end-to-end here so far.
How do you rate Cousineau for the Sheffield fans that are interested, other fans from around the league that haven't heard much about him?
Well, he's big, he's solid, he plays with his stick well. Whenever you can get a player who can play with a bit of size, is always an asset. You know, Cardiff have went down the route with a lot of speedy guys. We haven't got much in the size area. When a few of our big guys do go out, it does leave us without size. When you carry a big lineup and you lose a few of the bigger boys out of it, you've got probably a bit more height and strength than we do. But you know, our assets this year has been our ability to go out and score goals, and they've done a good job so far with that. Hence Cardiff being in top of the elite league.
Had to get it in, didn't you?
Well, you have to throw it in every now and then.
Just
we have to enjoy it when we're there.
Here is Eric Anderson, quite right too. That's what it's all about. Anderson stops on this far right wing boards. And still Anderson round the boards to Adams. Adams tries to turn it out towards Jeff Christian, who battles with Tate to win the puck. He's done well, Jeff Christian, and sets the cycle going. Adams to Anderson. Clipped off the skate. Is it going to be kept in by Jared Adams? He's done a great job. Here's Anderson, down low to Adams again. Adams fires it across. Didn't pick anybody out there. That was a good opportunity. And now Cousineau. Cousineau down low. Shot just wide of the target. Steelers are all over the Cardiff Devils at the moment. Here's Jason Stone, though, for the Welsh side. And now Tate dumps that in. That's going to be an icing call. And that was a bonehead play from Tate, because he had the red line. He had it 6 inches ahead of him. He didn't choose to skate that extra stride and dump it in.
He had to go an extra yard, and there's no one on him. He could have went an extra yard and dumped it down. It's you know, they got fresh legs out there anyway. They'll take the odd icing every now and then, as long as they get you know, it's a tough shift they come out of. And I thought that the Cardiff Devils did clear the blue line there. They've been unfortunate as his glove down to be kept in, but interesting call by the linesman. I thought the skates of Darling were outside over the blue line on that play, but obviously he kept the puck in. And a couple of great opportunities from Sheffield, but Cardiff boxing clever. And there's an offside.
Yeah, offside given this time round. From Mazza, go Devils, do it for John. 0776 212 7556.
A lot of emotion going on for John Cullen. He's one of the new signings over for Cardiff.
Has it been a bit of a surprise with the impact that he's made for you?
Well, it was funny because we were signing Jason Ruff, who's 6'3" and all of it, and he was a man that we went out after and had signed, and he dropped us in late in August. We acquired John Cullen, and then you know, you get this picture of Ruff in your head, and you see Cullen walk through the door, all 5'8", 145, but outstanding player. Got some tremendous skill.
Steelers dump it in on net. Can Ben Bliss get there first? Dion Darling will. Snapped in. Little stick save by Cugner. Steelers trying to put the aggression on here with their third unit, who've cycled the puck ever so well. That was a hard hit on Ben Bliss. Coming across the zone by Kurt DeWall. Then Bliss gets his own back with a hit on Sacratini. This third unit's really impressed me tonight. I've got to say, they've had a better evening here in Sheffield than they had in Cardiff last night.
They're being annoying now, you see. That's what they needed to be. They have to be out there running and getting into the Devils' faces, which they are doing. So
that's the thing about the young Brits. It's always the face masks that irritate you the most, isn't it?
Oh, it is. And when they take their cages off, they're a different story. They lose 2 inches in about 30 pounds.
Except for Nicky Chin. Except
for Nicky Chin, yeah.
Who could be one of the biggest men I've ever met. He's just huge.
Yeah, it's a shame we don't have him down in Cardiff. You know, it's nice to try to keep our Welsh talent home, and he'd be a great asset. We could use a big winger like him.
Long-range shot comes in from the Sheffield Steelers, taken away by Burgoyne. Burgoyne skating well, held up by Dutium, who had him on the end of his stick like some kind of kebab there for a couple of seconds, and now it's dumped deep into the zone. Steelers will pick it up at centre ice as the Devils clear. Christian. Round towards Andrews. That was an awful play, though, to get the puck clear. And now Cardiff will keep it in the zone again. Now, Andrews again, deep in his zone. For the Steelers behind the back of the net. He needs some movement, but he doesn't really have very much. Anderson will help him out. Spread now to Dion Darling. Darling will dump cross corner, breaks to the Steelers. That was surely offside. Christian will win it. He's got Adams in the corner, bounces back round again. Here's Sacratini. Long outlet pass, opportunity. Platt's got to be quick. He is quick, and he manages to make the stop. Go Matsos, go from Hype. Thanks, Hype. Go Devils, win it for Cullen. Hope you're back soon. John, please get well. 11:51 on the clock. Steelers 1, Devils 1. Face off in the Sheffield Steelers zone. Right hand side of Jamie Platt. Now around the boards again. Darling up to centre ice, picked up by the Steelers, flipped around the boards by Jeff Christian. Christian watches as Romanuk can clear it away. Sacratini with the dump in, round the back of the net. Took a funny hop off these boards, and Platt did well to keep that puck alive, but he's put Dion Darling in a lot of trouble around the back of that net. And Cardiff can get something going offensively here. Sacratini. Intercepted by Adams. Can Adams release it quickly? Does eventually find Jeff Christian. Now the Steelers come into the zone again as the Steelers win it on that far side. Adams is getting held up. Now here's Cousineau. Cousineau into the zone. There's got to be a penalty called here on Russ Romanuk. Jared Adams has a few words to say with him. But Romanuk had hold of Adams' stick, and he was trying to get desperately out of the zone, and it looked like a penalty was called initially by Boniface, but maybe now he's not going to bother.
No, I think it's one of those plays late in the game. It's got to be and with a 1-1 hockey game, the ref doesn't want to be the one making the decision out here. And in the neutral zone, he won't call many penalties in there. Romanuk pretty much just tied up his man and got away with it. It was an offside call that the whistle was blown for, as the Devils once again hold them up at their blue line.
Got to credit the Devils tonight. They've done a really good job against all odds as Andrews goes in hard in his own zone. He's been forced very wide by Phillips, who's done another good job tonight. As the Devils drive the net. Stolen by Sample. Sample needs to just clear the zone. He doesn't. He's wrapped up very quickly by the Devils. There's something going down on the floor there. I can't see. Two players are laid on top of one another. I think it's anything of any great consequence. 10:27 remaining. Steelers 1, Devils 1. Here are the thoughts of your expert summariser, Shannon Hope.
Well, the young British line out there, Jonathan Phillips just tying up his man down on the blue line. Jonathan Phillips, he's about the one of the smoothest British skaters I think I've seen. I think he's learned a lot off of Dougie McEwen. He's got great strength in his legs, works hard in the gym, and has done a great job. It's probably his 5th season now with the Devils, and he's getting stronger every season. Obviously his money value will be going up every year, but he's becoming one of the top British kids in the country.
It's a real key to have those good Brits as well, though, as Tate, who is another one in that category, who has made a bit of an impact. He has had to step out the shadow of his brother Ashley, who really is probably the top British winger in this league. Yeah,
Ashley's an outstanding player. I think he's Coventry's top leading goal scorer. When you get a British kid as your top leading goal scorer, you got some skill in your hands.
Goal Belfast at 47-26. Nasval, the scorer. Capitals 1, Giants 5 from Andy. Thanks to everybody else as well that texted that on 0776 212 7556. Who was wanting to listen to the game? I heard you got a bit of a phone call there, needing web address instructions and all the rest of it.
Trying to get instructions on how to get online, so we've talked them through it. That's Simon down in Cardiff.
Well, Simon, if you've managed to turn the computer on and figure out the web address and all the rest of it, it's pretty easy, really. The Devil's going to ice his puck again. Surely that was.
Well, we call him Simple Simon.
All right, I'll make sure we say hello to him at the end of the game then when he eventually gets tuned in.
He's 6'4". No.
Hiya, Simon.
Hi, Simon.
Steelers fled out front again. Here's Shudra neutral ice to Dutium. It eludes his skate, though. And now Shudra in his own zone to Perron. Perron into the offensive zone. Needs a bit of help in the corner from Les Milley. Milley has space given to him by Mark Dutium. Swings away. He's got Cousineau back door if they can find him. Here's a chance. Cousineau couldn't finish. What a great pass, Mike Perron. He looked up and picked the man back door.
Just sent a text through from Simple Simon.
Shot comes in wide of the target from Les Milley. Simon's listening by the sounds of things.
Simon is listening, by the way.
Good. Welcome, Simon. Good to have you along. Here's Matsos. Flicked away down the boards. Strong check on the boards by Les Milley. Into the zone come the Steelers. That was a smart, smooth play as well. Darrell Andrews, who came here with the reputation of being a super defensive defenseman, has weighed in with a few goals this year as well. And to me, must be one of the better blue liners in the league. Here's Andrews again on that blue line. Going to float it in with a wrister. Romanuk, who is still a class act. So that was kept in the zone just by the Sheffield Steelers. Cousineau. Now here's Eric Anderson. Oh, what a hit that was by Romanuk. Didn't have a stick, put his body right on the line. Maybe he did have a stick. There is one floating around there. Neutral ice.
Good job there by Romanuk. Just got enough of him just to put him off his stride.
Another shot comes in with Jeff Christian sitting on top of the goaltender. Now the Steelers reset. 7:30 remains in the game. Jared Adams flicks it all the way across the crease. Cugnut's there. He's going to dive on top of it. And that'll be another offensive zone draw.
Well, Coach Dave Whistle, he'll be very pleased with the way Jason Cudnit's played tonight. Not taking any chances. Normally Cudnit would glove that down and rifle it up the ice. Any opportunity they have to slow the game down, they will do. Cudnit will hold it up. He works hard in his offensive and defensive draws. That's a big part of this Devils strategy. So out of any coaches, he doesn't fear a face-off in his own zone.
Tate will take it against Anderson. Anderson kicks it back. Shot comes in. Rebound on the doorstep. Can the Steelers find a finish? They can't. Cleared away by DeWall. And Steelers reset at center ice. That was a big rebound given up. And just for a second, there was a glimmer of an opportunity. But the Devils shut the door again. It's taken down by Christian. Now here is Anderson. Great hands to try and find Christian again. Adams. Round the boards he goes. Christian down low. Off the feed from Anderson. Top of the circle now. Spinning. Steelers in the offensive zone. Can they get something going here? They're trying to attack, trying to break the deadlock. It's 1-1. Cardiff holding out resolutely, and that'll be another icing call.
Well, 6:47 here to go. Cardiff are keeping it simple in their own end. Boxing out. They've had the majority of the play down on their end. They've had a couple of good opportunities to score with the likes of Nathan Rempel, who fired one up over the Sheffield goal early on.
Text coming in. Ask Shannon if the London Knights are playing in the Super League tonight. That's from Drew Peacock.
Well, thanks you, Drew. No, the London Knights aren't playing tonight. It's their night off. They've had the last season off, actually.
Kind of team you want to play for if they're going to pay you to have that amount of time off.
What he doesn't realize is I was talking about the London Knights back in the OHL League in North America when I was speaking of them last night, as they're still
at the other end of the 401 to Toronto, and they...
That's it. Come on, Drew, you've got to try to keep up.
Yeah, Windsor Spitfires, they're right by the Detroit border, aren't they, on the 401? Goal Belfast, by the way, 49.03, Morrison. That's from Andy. 6-1, Morrison assisted Levers on the text phone. 0776 212 7556. 6:26 remaining here. 1-1. Can somebody break the tie? I wonder. Steelers dump it away. Third unit out for them. Round the balls it goes towards Dave Matsos. Matsos taking a hit from Lefebvre. Cleared into the neutral territory by Matsos, and now Cardiff have it back. Into the zone comes Burgoyne. Steelers have to be aware here. Burgoyne's a great skater, and he tries to do a bit of a number on Dave Cousineau. Here's Sacratini to Matsos. Left wing corner for the Devils. Dumps it off. Sacratini looking for a goal. Wants to get on the score sheet here. Doesn't like the Knights when he doesn't get himself points. But Ben Bliss is intercepted, and Ben Bliss against Russ Romanuk. Bliss going to fire the shot. Short side on Cugnet. Cugnet, easy save. Burgoyne. Up through neutralised to Phillips. Phillips dumps it in cross corner. Shudra there. Round the balls it goes towards Mark Dutium. Dutium brings that down without even looking. Got Perron driving the net. Instead picks off Les Milley, who's the trailer on the plate. Milley couldn't get the shot in, though, but Shudra will pinch him from the left point and keep the puck in the zone. Here is Dutium. Needs some help from Perron. Dutium and Perron working hard in the offensive zone. Perron behind the back of the net, spins it round. Can Dutium get a stick on it? Cugnet's floating his stick around as well. There's a big hook that comes in from Dutium. Knocks the stick out of Becker's hand, and then the Steelers dump it in again, cross corner. Big hit going to come on Jason Stone. Stone hammered.
That was a bit high.
By Mark Dutium. And Mark Dutium just nailed him, and nobody from Cardiff goes near him, and no penalties being called. And all of a sudden this building's woken up.
It was a big hit on Jason. He had to go in and play it. Dutium had him lined up all the way. It was a little high. Dutium fortunate to get away with it with 4 minutes and 46 seconds here to go in the third. It's a 1-1 game.
That can just change the momentum, though, a hit like that from one of your star players to go in there and just nail somebody. All of a sudden the building gets into it. The whole place started to feel something. You suspect there could be a couple of big shifts coming from the Steelers.
Well, it needs to liven it up as Dave Sims tries to rattle his troops on the air, and they've been a bit frustrated. The Cardiff Devils done a great job tonight being short-handed. They've defended well. They've got some good goaltending from Jason Cudnett.
Very different game to last night.
Very different game. A bigger ice surface here in Sheffield, though.
So it'll be a hand pass if Steelers touch it, and they do touch it now. Hi guys, Shine Dog. Is there any update on a replacement? Was that a little hint about Chinny? Come on, bring him back, Paul in Cardiff.
Well, we'd love to have him back, but I'm not sure what Nicky's doing. I believe he's settling into Slough, which isn't that exciting, but he's a good Welsh lad. It'd be great to get him back home, and I know he's got a couple of good years of ice hockey left in him. With his size, we could definitely use him on the wing.
Come on, Devils, show the Steelers we don't have to play dirty to win. Something Perron. Something beginning with an F and 4 letters long.
Yes.
Thanks. Try and keep them clean on the text phone. 0776 212 7556. 3:57. You've not missed anything. Steelers 1, Devils 1. Who deserves it right now for you, Shannon?
Well, I think Cardiff would be quite pleased with a 1-1 draw here. Sheffield has surprised me. I thought they would have had a bit more fuel in their tank than they have done tonight. On their home pitch here.
Into the zone comes Adams. Nearly steals it away as well from Kurt DeWalt. Cardiff come back the other way. Here is Matsos. Matsos with a little feed out front. It's won by, in the near corner, by the Devils. And now Andrews can bring it clear. Andrews on this left side brings it into the offensive zone. Taken hard into the boards by De Waal. Christian. Christian flicks high off the glass. Looking for Lefebvre. Lefebvre, men with him if he can set up the cycle. Plays it round the boards to Sample. Sample did well to control that puck on that right side. Steelers back to the blue. Shot's going to come in from Shooter. Takes a deflection. Second chance. Fires it. Cugnut. Good save.
Well, it's warmed up in the last couple of minutes here with 3:08 to go. A couple of good chances there from the Steelers, but not much. Good job there. Jason Cugnut once again covering the puck up here, and the defensive crew and the face-off specialists will come out and hopefully defend for the Cardiff Devils with 3:08 to go.
And Tate's taken a lot of draws tonight, hasn't he?
He's done a good job actually this year. He's come a long way from his London Racers last season. He was a surprise signing. We picked him up and we weren't expecting as much out of him, and he's a great on and off the ice player. He hustles. He even had a couple of good fights this year, so
does a bit of everything.
We do that in Cardiff. We try to bring the best out of these young kids and bring them along. It's probably all the good coaching we throw into the organization.
Good commentary, guys. Devils working hard. I'm sure it must be Shiny's call for lunch by now. It's from Big Dave Newton.
Big Dave Newton. Sounds good, Davey. Well, if you're in the lunch crew on Tuesday as well, that'd be good. We'll see you at the ice rink. And certainly if we rally our troops, if we can get some points out of this, Big Bad Bill's buying. So
come on, Devils. Cullen, get well. That's from Dwayne Pipe.
Just had one in here now. What's the score? How long to go, and is Perron playing? So it's 1-1. Perron is playing.
Perron is playing, yes.
And there's 2:46 remaining here in the third.
Do you like that little speech problem, Dwayne Pipe?
You gotta love it.
Dwayne Pipe. I'm surprised Dwayne Pipe could text no hands. Flicked away by the Devils. Steelers try and clear it. Here is a dump into the zone.
Jonathan Phillips.
By Phillips, yeah, thank you. Sorry, I was just laughing.
No, I know.
Always makes me laugh, these silly names that come in. Disgust from Luke Wildman standing next to me. Steelers come away with it. This is a long rush by Perron into the zone. Perron has gone the length of the ice here. Can he keep hold of the puck? No, he can't. And Matsos will bring it away. Stolen by Andrews at center ice. Andrews on the forehand side to Cousineau. Cousineau just fires down the left side. And now Burgoyne dumps it deep into the zone. Cousineau, can the Steelers find a winner? Or will it be the Devils that somehow manage to hold on here? Because that's how they've come for pretty much 58 minutes and 20 seconds so far, and you can't blame Dave Whistle for the way he's played. If they do take a point out of here, it's a terrific performance.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this weekend, we're being so short strength, any points we could get out of the weekend was great. Trying to protect our position at the top of the table. And, you know, my hand goes off to the boys out there tonight. They've done a great job. They've had a couple of chances. They could even be ahead in this game.
Shot comes in from De Waal, wide of the target for the Devils. 90 seconds to go. Puck rims all the way back down the length of the ice. Here is Cugnut to play it. Leaves it to Romanuk. The big guns are out there for both sides. Flipped away down the Cardiff right side. Cousineau. Outlet pass to Christian, controlled on the skate, now flicked forward. Not a good flick though, and that's given away. And Cardiff come back 3-on-2 opportunity if they're quick. Into the zone, spread far side Rempel. Shot comes in off the blocker of Jamie Platt, and now it's spread to the Steelers' left side. Dumped in high by Jared Adams, played and corralled by the goaltender, Jason Cugnut, and now Phillips brings it back the other way into the Steelers' zone. Steelers nick it back. Cross-ice pass. Could this be the opportunity with some open ice to skate in for Eric Anderson? Anderson dumps it round the boards. Christian's going to go in hard in the corner. 37 seconds to go. Still 1-1 here. Tied up at the Sheffield Arena. Stolen by Dutium. Dutium spins inside. Hill's there. Where's the puck? It's in the corner somewhere. Dutium wins it back. Shot comes in. There's a whistle. And there is too many Sheffield Steelers on the ice.
25 seconds to go. Sheffield take a late penalty. They won't, obviously Rob Stewart won't be pleased about this. too many skaters on the ice.
It's just a frustrating one when...
Well, you get a chance. I mean, the Steelers are coming up the ice with a good opportunity for a scoring opportunity with, with the last minute of the hockey game. They got a bit overexcited and someone didn't come off for their shift, and a little confusion on the bench. And with 25 seconds to go in the game, this will please Dave Whistle as we got a Cardiff Devils go on to the power play.
And a good opportunity here for the Devils. So far in the game, who would you say is the man of the match? Never guess who's listening tonight, apparently. Wayne Gretzky.
Gretzky's on the air, is he? Well, there you go.
Final score, Capitals 1, Giants 6 from Andy.
Wayne, it was great playing with you in my younger days.
But you cross-checked him as well, didn't you? Sorry about the language, but you had to admit it was cheap. I'm assuming we're talking about Mike Perron. I think if you see the Perron incident back on tape, it's not as bad as it was in the first glance.
Well, I have to disagree with you on that one, but actually live it looked a lot worse than it was on tape.
That's what I mean.
But nevertheless, it was one of those incidents. You've got to be careful. Anyone hitting from behind, it's not acceptable. I don't think I'll ever give a hit from behind in my career. So it's just one of those unwritten rules. There's 14 seconds here to go, and we're in the Sheffield Steelers zone.
Steelers on the penalty kill, then Devils power play, 140 of that remains. 5 seconds on the game. Can they fashion one chance? Here's Becker on the blue line. He needed to shoot there, Jason Becker. 2 seconds to go on the game, and he's trying to feed it across the Burgoyne, but there we go. So, for the 5th successive games, the Sheffield Steelers have got overtime.
There you go.
5 in a row.
They haven't been able to find the winner. Let's hope they don't in the overtime here. There's five minutes of overtime, or a 5-minute break now. And the Devils will start the overtime with 1:35 left in the power play. So a great chance here for Dave Whistle to steal some points in Sheffield. It'd be great to see the Cardiff Devils go home with 2 points with all their injuries.
I disagree, Shannon. I'd really like to see you go home with absolutely, well, just the 1 point you've got
exactly.
already.
Well, it's going to kick off in the booth here soon.
Who's down below? Anybody that can catch me? It's going to be like King of the Ring, first over the rope. We'll throw Luke out first, we'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll toss Luke out to the Lions here.
Sorry about the, yeah, we've read that one already. Chinny should be back. He would have sorted out Perron.
You're not far wrong there. He's a healthy guy to have in the lineup.
What's Chinny doing? Where is he?
He's
kind of floating around, playing all over the place.
I think he's just playing all over the place right now, and I think his wife's got a good job up in London, which has kept him and his family up there. It'd be nice to see them get back down to South Wales, because I'm sure he's got a couple of good years left in him. And I think he was applying for the fire department last I heard. Obviously, these British kids, some of them are semi-pro, and it's nice to have a career after ice hockey. And Chinny obviously starting to think about his career after the game's over.
Well done, Devils. At least a point at you commentators. I don't really understand that, but Shannon lunches on me on Tuesday. Last time anyone saw Shiny's wallet was way back in the 1980s. That's from Big Bad Bill.
That's when we made big money, Bill. I buy him lunch every week, Big Bad Bill, and he still wants more.
Yeah, shame, really. Right, 5 on 4, not 4 on 3 as you'd expect. It's 5 on 4 to start this. Coventry 3-0 up against Bracknell. As the Steelers fans are going ballistic because they can't believe that it's 5 on 4, and they're trying to point that there's too many men, but they don't realise there's a penalty. This is absolutely hilarious. The reason being that if there is a penalty in overtime, you've got to add the extra players on the ice just to make it equal, because a 4 on 3 is a greater advantage than a 5 on 4. Here's a chance out front. Shot goes just wide. Oh, there's a huge slash in there as well. I don't know who it was that took a big piece.
It was Nathan Rempel who took a great scoring opportunity in the slot and took the slash.
Yeah, I don't know who the slash was from, though, as Matsos gets a chance to fire one. Blocked Eric Anderson, 4:18, 50 seconds on the power play, 1-1. We're in overtime here. A point aside as Dion Darling gives Matsos a little love tap in the back of the head. Shot comes in from Becker. What did that come off? Maybe the crossbar. As the puck seemed to got into a lot of traffic and then cannon away at a funny angle as Sacratini has it. Chance maybe now for Patterson to try and find a man out front. Doesn't manage it. And Matsos will go on a line change. In fact, he put his teammate in a bit of pressure there, Jeff Burgoyne. And now the Devils come into the offensive zone. This could be a chance. Shot comes in from DeWall, and DeWall and Darling face up to one another, and Adams gets in there, and Perron gets in there. Everyone's having a go at Kurt DeWall.
I think Wally wasn't too happy with the slash he just received there. He probably picked up. Darling probably got a piece of rimple after he shot it, and you know, defensively you do tend to.
I think what it was is DeWall shot it well after the whistle there. But I think that's why they came across.
Yeah, he was offside, wasn't he? So it does get a bit confusing for the crowd, because normally in the overtime period you drop down to 4-on-4. Obviously, if you start out with a penalty, the referee adds a man instead of taking one away from your opponent. So it does throw the average crowd in. Yeah, it does. You know, it.
Officer Dibble, come on, you Devils.
It's one of those funny rules. I think, personally, I think they should probably start 4-on-3 and.
Face-off outside the zone. Huge chop comes in on DeWall's hands as he and Perron go at it. And now the Steelers will outlet here. And a chance for Adams. Adams fires one. Puck comes into the zone. Perron and DeWall are just going at each other here. And it wouldn't surprise me if they end up having another little dabble as Steelers skate back to full strength. Here is Christian out of the penalty box. It comes up to Christian. Christian finds Perron. Perron into the zone to Adams. Adams feathers one out front. Good save by Cognut. He gets run there a little bit by Jeff Christian. Nothing too serious, but Christian certainly left a leg in. Shudra fires one just wide. Cousineau in the zone.
Huge
Steelers
hit there.
Attacking. DeWall got a little bit of a chance. Shot comes in from the Steelers, and that was a hard one for Jared Adams as he goes hard into the net. And now Burgoyne at the other end dumps it away. We're skating 5-on-5. Next whistle, it will become 4-on-4.
It's a funny rule, that.
Here's Andrews. Andrews chips it off the boards. He's going to go chasing. Won't get there first. Devils get it back. Steelers come and pick it up with Dutium. Dutium with speed down the left side. He's going to go wide. Men with him. Dutium gets it back. Shot. What a save. Rebound. What a save. Daylight robbery from Cognut. Back to the blue line. Another shot comes in through traffic. Where's it going to go? Cousineau's got back there for the Steelers. And now Lefebvre will dump it into the zone. Steelers attack again. 2:15 remaining. Comes off the stick of Dutium. The ice not good tonight. Beautiful.
Another couple of great saves there by Jason Cutt in the Devils zone. He's been outstanding all night.
Another opportunity. Devils back outside.
Oh, there's a goal. Great goal.
Dave Matsos has won it for the Devils in overtime.
Well, outstanding goal. All the pressure is down at the Cardiff end. They go back the other way. Mathos steals one here with 2:03 to go and the overtime, and the Devils will go away with a needed 2 points.
Well, what an incredible move that was. A little forehand, backhand, and he fed it through the 5-hole of Jamie Platt in the Sheffield Steelers goal, who had absolutely no chance on the play.
No, it was a great goal. Good backhand move by Dave Mathos. But coming back off of 2 great saves, hockey's like that. Sheffield had a glorious opportunity to win the game. Cudnett made 2, probably 3 big saves on the hop, set up by Dudion, and they go back down the other way and get a goal and steal the points here this evening.
And if Cognut's not the man of the match this evening, I don't know who will be for the Devils.
It's a tough one to call. They all played well. They played great short-handed. So Johnny Cullen, Big Bad Bill, I think you'll be buying me lunch for the next 3 weeks.
Good job, Devils, and commentators from Big Bad Bill. Thank you, Big Bad Bill. If you have enjoyed it, then do make sure that you drop us a line. radio.sheffield.sport@bbc.co.uk. The bosses are always keen to hear if you've enjoyed any of our output. radio.sheffield.sport@bbc.co.uk. Right, we'll stay with it for the men of the match. Who would you choose so far this evening?
Well, Cardiff, they had a lot of outstanding players. You know, Jason Becker had another great game. Burgoyne defensively played well. DeWall played well defensively. The whole defensive lineup. Cudnett, outstanding. I would think he's got a great chance at it.
I think it's got to be Cognut. And for the Sheffield Steelers, anybody stood out for you?
Sheffield Steelers, you know, Dudio, although he played a quiet game, he set up a lot of great chances, you know, and you probably expect a lot more every game, but
I don't know if you can hear that. Warren Tate, man of the match.
Warren Tate.
As the Devils fans were just chanting, "We are number one, we are number one."
Well, Tate, again, offensively done a great job. That whole young line of ours, Jonathan Phillips, Tate, Hill, played outstanding. They started the lineup against Dudion's line, so a lot of confidence in our young British kids to put them out against the number one line of the Steelers, and they've done a great job.
Dave Cousineau, the man of the match for the Sheffield Steelers on his home debut. Had a good...
That was more a welcoming home. I think the Steelers would be a bit disappointed being full strength. I think